We are hungry. What shall we eat? There's nothing anywhere. All over the village, people had become gaunt and haggard due to hunger. It had been such a bad year. Just when the wheat was ripening, it had rained heavily every day. Much of the golden wheat had turned black and rotted away. But when it was time to plant the rice seedlings, the rains stopped completely. The tender green stalks shriveled up, and insects ate up the rest. So when autumn came, there was neither wheat nor rice in all the villages for miles around, and the people were starving. Mao Shah San's village was one of the worst affected. The farmer, his wife and son, Aisu, tried to manage as best as they could. One day, Aisu went inside their empty barn, searching for a shovel to dig for roots. In the dark, he stumbled against a big, full sack of wheat. A thrilled Aisu ran to his father. Father, he shouted joyously, I have just found the sack of wheat you stored in the barn and forgot. Let's grind it at once. We can eat well for some days, at least. No, no, Aisu, not that wheat, Mausha cried. He had deliberately stored away his best wheat to be used for sowing the next crop. If the grain seeds are eaten up, how can we ever hope to have a crop of wheat again? Asked Mausha. But, father, other farmers have eaten their last grain. Why can't we eat ours instead of suffering every day? Aisu wept. That is all the more reason for not touching it, said Mausha softly. It will be a far worse calamity than this famine if the fields of all farmers lie fallow just because they have no wheat seeds to plant. These are a farmer's greatest treasure, he continued. Have patience. Soon these seeds will feed not only you, but all the villagers. Aisu bowed his head in silence. Mausha was miserable to see his only child grow weak and thin every day. Soon autumn came, and it was time to sow the new crop of wheat. Where shall we get the seeds to sow our fields? Cried the farmers. Mausha, now old and weak, told the villagers, I have plenty of wheat seeds in my house. Tell all the farmers that they can take these for the fields. Arigato. Thank you, Mausha-san. Thanks for saving us, cried the happy villagers. Mausha doled out the wheat seeds to the delighted farmers. Then, closing the heavy barn door, he suddenly faltered and fell. Water! Screamed Aisu. My father has fainted. But it was of no use. Mausha, weakened by hunger, did not open his eyes again. He was a real farmer, cried the sad villagers. He kept his own wheat seeds for us, so that all the villagers may have crops for the next year. He has taught us the true value of a farmer's greatest treasure. Soon it was spring, and wheat fields turned green and lush. The barns of all the farmers overflowed once more with new grain.